I'm Chip Martin Chafee. I invite you to watch our feet as we follow the feet of the Franciscan Sisters of Little Falls every Wednesday during Lent this year. Take the time to reflect on your service to others and the impact that service has on those in your community.
I'm Sister Rose Margaret Schneider. I'm going to give you a short history of how our sisters became involved in education at all different kinds of levels. And I myself was a teacher, an elementary school teacher, and then became an elementary school principal. Our sisters started their involvement with religious education in 1933 by providing religious education, especially to elementary students in many small towns in central Minnesota. They were named catechetical missions. They provided many other ministries to the parishes, including even piano lessons for 25 cents, which was a lot of money in those days. Some towns did not provide that option to their parish, but they invited sisters to come and teach religious education in the summer for 2 weeks, and these were named vacation schools. This led to parochial schools in parishes for elementary students, grades 1 to 8. The first one was St. Mary's School in Morris, Minnesota in 1943. 2 years later, St. Andrew's in Elk River, where I at one time was a teacher and principal, way back when. And 2 years after that, Holy Spirit in St. Cloud. And so it continued to spread to so many parishes across Minnesota, and we answered the call to provide teachers. Opening up so many new schools meant we needed more and more sisters to receive their degree in elementary education. Our sisters had the foresight to make an arrangement with the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet, who owned a College of St. Catherine in St. Paul, Minnesota, now called the University of St. Catherine. Our sisters, preparing to be teachers, were allowed to take their junior and senior years of college first, and then go back to school in the summers to finish our degrees. That meant we had all the curriculum and student teaching we needed to be qualified to teach.
I came to St. Francis Convent from Detroit, Michigan. As a youngster, was invited home from school with some of my classmates, and when I got to their home, it was an orphanage. And so my desire was to be a Franciscan sister and to work at the orphanage. And that was my first assignment, the St. Cloud Orphanage, or presently Children's Home. I also worked in the baby cottage. There were about 10 toddlers and 10 infants. I especially remember 2 little boys that came to us, and they were twins. And they were at the age where they were trying to get on their feet, and they used to hang on to the little rails in their crib, and they were both in the same large crib. And when they got to the top, they would grab onto the bar and smile just like they really completed or achieved what they wanted to. They were so happy. When I would feed those children, they would scream in between spoonsful of food. And I never quite understood why that was. I thought perhaps one of them started that and the other one followed, and it became a habit. That was the only conclusion that I could come to. Anyway, they just couldn't get enough fast enough.
The education our Franciscan community has provided these past 131 years has enriched lives across the world and the lives of the sisters who had the honor of teaching. It was indeed an honor to be in those many parishes and to meet so many wonderful families. It was a blessing. Hopefully, I think they blessed us as much as we blessed them.
So if you're interested in donating, please go to the Central Minnesota Community Foundation website page, look for the Women's Fund, and scroll down until you see Chip and David. And please, feel free. Give generously, and if you'd like to, give often as well. And join us next Wednesday as we follow the feet of the sisters in this community and see where those feet have taken them.